Irashaimase! Hello and welcome to Fitaurus Kitchen. I'm your host, Chef Fitaurus. On this week's weekly menu, we'll be taking a look at the new releases for this week, as well as a little bit of video game news, and my own personal gaming menu. So, that being the case, let's get cooking! On Tuesday, we have quite a few titles going and releasing for consoles. Of particular note, Sony's Gravity Rush Remastered goes and releases for the PlayStation 4. There's a new twin-stick shooter also on the PlayStation 4, and it came out on PC last week, AIPD, that goes and looks interesting, but from what I've heard, as far as other reviews I've read, the gameplay can be a little bit bland, so I may or may not look into that one. I haven't quite decided. But my picks from Tuesday, there are actually quite a few of them, and they go and include Crypt of the Necrodancer for the PlayStation 4 and the Vita, Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth, also for the PlayStation 4 and the Vita, Mega Dimension Neptunia V2, and Nitro Blasters Plus. So it was definitely a really big release week for me. A lot of titles that I was interested in going and picking up that I ultimately did go and pick up. Wednesday sees the release of Great Detective Pikachu, a title that was released little more than a week ago. This one's a really interesting and different take on the whole Pokemon formula. You're teamed up with a talking Pikachu going and solving mysteries Sherlock Holmes style. At least that's the way that it goes and looks from the previews that have been out. Although at this point gameplay footage is available, so if you're interested, you should totally go and seek some out. I'm sure it'll be interesting stuff. I'm interested to go and see how they go and choose to localize this title, what kind of voice they go and give the Detective Pikachu for the English release, as well as the other regions as well. So that's something to go and look forward to, although at this point in time there is no date for a worldwide release, so we'll just have to go and hold our breath. On Thursday, Shoot Shimmy Seriously Swole goes and hits the Wii U. This is a title I really recommend. If you haven't had the chance to go and try out this fun 10-second shooter, you're definitely going and missing out. If you go and love shoot 'em ups or party games, then you need to go and try this game. I feel like it's going to go and be a perfect fit for the Wii U. So definitely, if you haven't already checked it out, check out Shoot Shimmy. On to the news. There's one piece of news that really did go and catch my attention this past week, and that's Sega's announcement they'll be localizing their 7th Dragon franchise to the West this summer. So the last couple 7th Dragon titles had gone and released on the PSP, but the most recent one, 7th Dragon 3, went released on the 3DS, and that's the title that we'll be going and getting stateside. So if you're a fan of a lot of interesting customizable classes and turn-based RPG battles, this is definitely one to go and keep an eye on, so look forward to that. They already have pricing information, but a particular release date hasn't been nailed down just yet, so stay tuned for more information about that title. So moving on to my own personal gaming menu, I'm still going and playing through Yakuza 5. I've gone and made it to the 4th part of the game where you're going and playing as the new character, Shinada. It's been really interesting going and exploring yet another new part of Japan in the Yakuza universe, in this case Nagoya, and the new character's been interesting with some, pluses and minuses as far as his combat is concerned. In addition to Yakuza 5, I'm also still going and playing Code Realize. I went and finished up Victor Frankenstein's route over the weekend. I have to go and say, so far out of the 3 routes I've gone and finished, this has been the one that I've liked the least, but we'll go and see as I still go and have Saint Germain's route to finish up, and then the locked route, Lupin's route, to go and finish up. Then in addition to those 2 titles, they're the ones that I went and mentioned as my picks of the week, so I'll definitely be going and getting a lot of time in with Crypt of the Necrodancer, as the little bit that I've gone in and played of it so far has just been addicting. It's a really, really fun rhythm roguelike, which is, kind of a different kind of genre in and of itself, so expect me to go and be talking a lot about that in the weeks to go and come. In addition to that, all the other titles that I went and picked up for the PlayStation 4 as well, I'm going to have a hard time going and deciding what to go and be playing, as my backlog feels like it's growing exponentially. But I plan on going and also starting Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth, so look forward to some more information about that. So, what's everybody going and playing out there? If you have any new titles you've picked up and you want to go and discuss them, I'd love to go and hear about them. By all means, please leave some information in the comments below. Anyway, thank you so much for coming out and joining me for this week's weekly gaming menu. And I look forward to going and seeing you again next week.